Wayne Enterprises is headed to the moon. Just look at this chart. Now, if you had invested in Wayne Enterprises, you could be up hugely just like me. Batman, fund manager, author, two-time top 100 people in finance, mentored by 5 market wizards. Now, we're going to be talking about Wayne Enterprises / TQQQ / QQQ in just a couple minutes, because my friend Lil Even had a great question. I was working the other life, I was watching the other live streams with a very handsome guy, incredibly wealthy, very sophisticated man named Chris, and only partly heard about selling TQQQ because of a 3 ATR. Is that 3 ATRs up? All right, great question, Lil Even. Let's discuss this. So our quant Scott texted me, texted this incredibly handsome guy named Chris when he just got back from Disney World. He was sitting on the tarmac and he got a text from Scott. And Scott said that he found a new exit signal on Plan ETF. A new exit signal that increased the outcomes. Increased the outcomes by 300%. Not total outcomes of 300. Increased the justice of the outcomes, which justice is my only ally, and so is Scott, by 300%. And I was like, what the frick? Well, Chris, that guy, he was like, what the heck? What do you mean by this? So, this is not a trust me, bro type of situation anymore. Looking at planned ETF's backtested data, the total returns were 854% over 5 years. With the inclusion of this new exit signal, those returns jumped to 1,140% over 5 years by just changing one exit signal. I don't need faith. I need justice. And this exit signal has brought down Gotham to its knees because of the incredibly amazing returns that it has increased by. I gotta tell you, I'm super stoked. Now, what is this mystery exit signal? It's not that big of a mystery. It's the same 3 exit signals with 1 new exit signal added. When the QQQ price closes above 3 ATRs over the 20 EMA, that sounds super complicated, but let me explain. Sounds super complicated. So the first thing you'll need to do is get the ATR value on QQQ, not TQQQ. The QQQ ATR value is currently 8.37. 8.37. Then you multiply that by 3 times 3, not 23. 3 gives you $25.11. When the QQQQ closes $25 over the 20 EMA, so let's measure that out. Right there. When it closes $25 over that point, that would be an exit signal. Now, you can actually do this really simply by adding one indicator called the Keltner channels. And once you add in the Keltner channels, you want the length to be 20, because that's the 20-period EMA. You want the multiplier to be 3, because it's 3 times the ATR. And the ATR length, being the default 14, gets you to that exact same point. So you can do it one of two ways. Now, we haven't officially named this yet, but some people are calling it the profit zone. Some people are calling it the Scott Raff G-spot. I don't know where they came up with that idea. But yesterday, price was inside the value zone. So you could have entered yesterday and watched it go up today. The TQQQ is up about 3% right now. It looks amazing. So this is this new exit signal that people are speaking about. It's amazing. It's tremendous. Is Batman a SoFi bro? Well, let me answer your question with a statement. I don't chase glory. I chase the truth and justice. And SoFi, if it sets up, I mean, like, if it has a buy signal, then I would be interested in that. But in the meantime, I don't chase truth. I don't chase glory. I chase justice. And occasionally SoFi, if I have to. Would Batman make me sell my SoFi shares? Batman's just a random guy on the internet. I don't care what you do. You do you, bruh. You do you. In fact, let's go to SoFi real quick. Let's go to SoFi. I'm curious if it has a buy signal or sell signal. I truthfully don't know. Okay, so looking objectively at SoFi right now, it has a buy signal with a slight pullback since that point. The sector is not set up. The market is no longer set up. We've got breadth has crossed down bearishly. I didn't realize that. And then the stock, the trend there, the signal is there. Fear and greed is going down though. So it's losing its greed. So for me, no, I wouldn't be buying SoFi here. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just the richest man in Gotham City. That's all I know. Will there ever be international stocks in Outlier? Yes. But I don't know when. Mahesh hasn't told me that yet. One day. One day. Because the mission never ends. The cape isn't for flight. Where's my cape? I'm sitting on my cape. The cape is for fear. Deep Thought asks, does Batman ever trade options such as iron condors or call spreads? Frick no! Batman lost his ass trading like that. He's never going to trade like that again, and he would recommend you do the same. How dare you? Oh, that's right. I mean Alfred. No, that can't be it. No, Lucius Fox. Luscious Lucius Fox. Ahmed is asking a great question. It's a super easy answer. How to be part of the Discord. First, you got to sign up for Outlier. Second, you go over here to this button and click the button. That'll allow you to get into the Discord. What's so funny, Will? What's so funny, Will? You think the Joker's on this stream? We're not making jokes around here, Will. The city calls and I answer. I walk in darkness so that others can live in the light. If you sell at 3 ATR, where do you buy it back? In the value zone? Yeah, bruh. Let's talk about why. So, if you were to get out here, the entries tell you, as long as this is still set up, you can enter at any point when the QQQs or the SPY are in the value zone. But don't you dare do it before then. The night is not my only curse. Greed, unrivaled, running through the street. That is my curse. I don't lose control. I become the control. Vengeance isn't an emotion. It is my purpose. New value zone indicator when? I don't know. Deep Thought's going to fix that because for some reason, when Batman coded it, it violated whatever TradingView's rules were. They must have been superstitious criminals. I'm their superstition. If I have 7 of the Outlier 9, would you take the trade like XOK? No, I wouldn't. That's honestly a fantastic question. Now, the reason being that I would not do that is because I have a fully defined trading plan. And it includes all of Outlier 9 being set up for plans M and A. However, plan ETF and sit in cash, they don't need the full Outlier 9. So what Batman would recommend is that every criminal doesn't have a plan to trade stocks, but you're no criminal. You are an upstanding citizen of Gotham City, so therefore you need to come up with a plan that works for you, my friend. You need to come up with a friend that works for you. Rogers. The mask is not a disguise, it is who I am. I fight what others fear. And others fear debit spreads just like this, Rogers. What would Batman's view be on using debit spreads with a small account? Should someone in that situation focus on smaller stocks or ETFs instead of trading debit spreads? Let's talk about what a debit spread is, Rogers. Batman's going to go horse. It's going to happen. Let's talk about a debit spread. Rogers. The oath doesn't end when the sun rises. Gotham never sleeps, and neither do I. So Rogers, if we were looking on an options chain, and let's say, for example, that you wanted to buy an 80 delta call, right? We're on the Qs, we'll just leave it on Qs. So let's say if you were to buy an 80 delta call, you would have 80 deltas, meaning for every $1 change in the underlying price, the option would go up 80 cents. It's amazing. It is where Batman would live. Batman learned from market wizards, by the way, specifically this. However, Rogers, if you did this as a debit spread, you would come a little bit further closer to the money and you would sell a call against it. Let's say that Rogers sold a $5 wide spread here. By doing so, he's taking it a credit. Now, here's the deal. I understand where you're coming from, Rogers. This is a $37 option. That's hella expensive for everybody except Bruce Wayne. Hellaciously expensive. But if we did a debit spread, it'd be only $4.24. That's significantly less expensive. That's like 90% less expensive, give or take. But we got a problem here, Rogers. The problem comes from the number of deltas we have. Now, I have to drop off the chat to show this. The problem comes with the number of deltas we have. Our total deltas in the trade went from 80 to 3. 3 lone deltas. That is not worth our time. Certainly not worth our time. Batman would encourage you to look for lower price stocks like SoFi. Become a SoFi bro. Because if you went for the 80 delta there, that'd be roughly $4, which is, hear me out, equivalent to what that debit spread would have been. But now you get all 80 deltas instead of just 3. Does that make sense? Rogers, my friend, it's a brilliant question, and I don't fault you for that. But Batman has lost so much money trying to do debit creds, iron condors, credit spreads, selling calls, selling puts, you name it. Batman only started to make money once he focused on exactly specifically the most basic setups of long calls and long puts. It's crazy. Batman's doing his best. He didn't go to acting school. All right, give him a break. Give him a break. Scott, is that you again? Scott, I got my eyes of you. Vengeance will be swift. Batman could have had 2 Batmobiles if he hadn't sold calls. This is exactly right. Roger said it doesn't just make dollars, it makes sense. Let's go, baby. Okay, let's answer some more questions here. Can capital efficiency be added as a column on the watch list and outlier? It might already be. Hold tight. Let's go over here real quick. So let's pop into outlier and double check. Let's go to the watch lists. Maybe click this expand button. It might already be there. Oh, it's not. Okay. I didn't know if it was or wasn't. Apologies. What you can do, though, is going into the screener. Fill out the screener however you like, and capital efficiency will show up right there. Now, some of you are probably asking, what the hell is capital efficiency? My mission never ends. Criminals are superstitious of me. And I understand why they're suspicious of capital efficiency. So let's talk about what it is. Let's go to BHP, which has a capital efficiency of 4.99x with an outlier return of 32%. Now, 32% is not all that big, Batman. Why would I even care about that, Batman? Here's the cool part about it. First off, outliers basically double buy and hold on this. That's a great start. But capital efficiency means for every day that you are in using the buy and sell signals, your capital is 5 times more effective than it would be just buying and holding. Because it's basically double the returns, yet being in the stock only 39% of the time, which gives you 61% of the time to chase glory and vengeance and justice and other stocks. And the great thing about this is the entire Outlier platform and our Discord and the trades that an unbelievably handsome guy named Chris will be placing next year to win the US Investing Championship. The entire package. and more. And the 6,000 more stocks that are going to be added. It's just 82 cents a day. But would you take the trade if it was 6, 7? What's so funny about that, Steve? The Gotham City is broken, and so is Steve. There's nothing funny about that thing. Why is Batman always so mad? Why can't Batman just like run around and smile and smell the flowers and stuff? Luke Nukem says, "Good morning, Chris. Do you think Outlier will have Canadian stocks available for the platform? I'm a Canadian, and I'm a Gotham Cityan, and converted most of my money into US because of my belief in your system. It works." Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Luke Nukem. First off, I'm not afraid of the dark. I am the dark. The mask doesn't change me. It reveals me. And it reveals to me that you made some great choices over there, Luke Nukem. I'm really proud of you. The answer to your question is yes, at some point, Canadian stocks will be coming. I couldn't tell you when, though. Lucius Fox Mahesh is working on it. You tell me in the chat, do you feel, I'll make it more bigger. Do you feel that 82 cents a day is good capital efficiency? Type the word outlier. No. Hashtag outlier. Type hashtag outlier in the chat if you feel like 82 cents a day is great capital efficiency. And now that I made it bigger, it should be easier to see. Just 82 cents a day. Just 82 itty bitty baby cents a day. Outstanding. Jerry has a great question. Is the new exit signal applicable to individual stocks or just plan ETF? So for right now, it is just a plan ETF. Now, of course, Jerry, I would recommend coming up with that plan, backtesting that plan, look in the chart, see if that works for you. But don't make any changes to the plan until it is something that you can be convinced that is the right choice. The right amount of vengeance and justice to work for your portfolio. But in all reality, it could work great, but you've got to backtest it yourself. Come up with that plan. Brian uses Weeble. When I roll an option, I don't seem to be able to set limits on the option buy. So do I risk money if the spread is high on the buying option? Okay, so let's discuss what rolling actually is. It can seem complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Rolling is where you've already bought an option. It's working amazingly well. You're getting that Bruce Wayne money. And you're like, man, this would be great if I could take partial profits now. If I could free up capital to trade something else. And if I could keep the trade alive. Alive, unlike my heart, which is dead. Because of all the crime in Gotham City. I don't know why people still live in Gotham City. They should have moved out ages ago. So let's say that you own the 22 calls on SoFi, and it's been going on a monstrous run. What you do is, it's really not all that hard. You're just selling to close, and then buying to open closer to the money. If you can do it as one order, that's what I would want. That's what I would recommend. If you can't do it as one order, it's just close one, open the other. Where is she? Robin is out at school. Remember, he's still like a teenager. Even though our Robin is got gray hair. This is a brilliant question. When the market turns against you, do you stand and fight, or do you vanish into the shadows? Well, the answer is you vanish into the shadows. You don't want to lose money. I mean, even though Batman will fight crime, I'm not going to fight the trend. That's stupid. If planned ETF falls into the value zone intraday, then closes above the 2 ATR outside the value zone, would you still buy it or wait for the close under the 2 ATR? Thanks. Your username is OVTLYR and Battlefield. First off, Gotham City is my battlefield. And if OVTLYR is your battlefield, you're using it wrong. It should be like super effortless when you're using OVTLYR. I assume that it's effortless for you. Batman only trades at the end of the day. So if it's outside the value zone at the end of the day, that's all I'm looking at. If it's inside the value zone at the end of the day, then Batman would go. He'd make it happen. Final question of the day. From Wild Stimpy Norwood, aka Sean. Should I buy AMD when it goes down? It's so cheap though. AMD. If you buy stocks, let me close in for you here real quick. As I'm sitting on my cape, let me close in here real tight for you, Mr. Wild Stimpy Norwood. If you buy those stocks as they're going down, you're no better than the Joker. Buy stocks as they're crashing up, not as they're crashing down. Otherwise, you'll be losing money, losing your life, like Bane, Mr. Freeze. And kill the Joker, he completes me. That's gonna wrap it. Listen, I'm only doing this because it's Halloween, and I think it's hilarious. And Batman just might make a special appearance this afternoon as well. And because I can do it, he might make in the Sunday video too, because it's going to be for Halloween while I'm doing the Sunday video as well. So if you see me 2 more times, don't be surprised if I deliver 2 more fistfuls of justice into your face. Have a fantastic day. If you're ready to save time, make money, start winning with less risk, click one of them 2 videos. We will talk soon.